On the president of a hopeful nation. Joe Biden, the name echoes. A man who exudes hope and promise. A leader who brings light in darkness and unites a divided nation. A beacon of hope, shining bright. A man with a heart for his people, steering a ship towards a better tomorrow. Joe Biden, a president of a hopeful nation. A man of integrity. Joe Biden, a man of integrity. Honorable and true to his word, his leadership marked with honesty. A man deserving of his title. His words speak louder than the crowds, his actions rooted in fairness and kindness. A light leading the nation to greatness. Joe Biden, a man of integrity. The bridge builder. Bridges across the ocean, building connections with diversity. Joe Biden, the man with a purpose. Welcoming all with open arms, a champion for equality for all. He is the bridge to a united nation. Uplifting voices of every hue. Joe Biden, the bridge builder. An advocate for change. The winds of change are blowing, and Joe Biden stands at the forefront. A vision of progress, a message of hope. His passion for reform, unparalleled, standing for the marginalized, the othered. His vision inclusive, his heart compassionate. Building a future for all, challenging the status quo. Joe Biden, an advocate for change. The people's president. Joe Biden, a man of the people heard amidst the noise of the world, a heart that beats for every soul, guiding the nation with empathy and compassion. His leadership marked with servanthood, a true leader who understands his people, championing their cause, leading from the heart. Joe Biden, the people's president. See Joe Biden, the 46th president. There once was a man named Joe, his vision, to lead and to grow with dignity and grace. He won the big race, a true leader ready to show. A president with a heart. Joe Biden, a president sincere. His heart for his people is clear with empathy and grace. He leads with a steady pace, a true leader that we all revere. Champion for equality. Joe Biden, a champion for all his vision, to break down every wall. For justice he stands, uniting our lands, equality, his clarion call. A nation's hope. Joe Biden, a ray of hope in the land. His message, we're together hand in hand, with truth and with care, his leadership fair, a brighter future, his guiding brand. An advocate for the people. Joe Biden, an advocate for the mass with empathy and kindness. He brings Class A voice of the voiceless. His message is priceless, a leader whose mettle cannot surpass. Joe Biden, the hope of a nation. Oh, Joe Biden, the hope we need, a man of strength, a voice of creed through trials and darkness. You lead, a beacon of hope you always exceed. With empathy and heart, you take the stand, a true leader of every land. Justice and equality you demand, with your vision, will rise and expand. Oh, Joe Biden, you make us believe, a future where all will achieve, a better world that we can weave. With your leadership, we'll never leave. Joe Biden, a leader of character. Oh, Joe Biden, your heart pure and kind, with character of the highest mind, leading with values, will always find justice and peace, never blind. A life lived for the people you serve, your vision of progress, never curve, with passionate strength, never swerve, a leader of whom will never reserve. Oh, Joe Biden, your leadership to cherish, your legacy will never perish, with your heart and vision to nourish, a brighter future will always relish. Joe Biden, a champion of the people. Oh, Joe Biden, our champion for change, with passion and love, you rearrange a heart for all, your lifelong pursuit. With your leadership, we're never mute. A voice for the voiceless, you always stand. For the marginalized, you lend a hand. With your heart of gold and vision so grand, a leader of a noble brand. Oh, Joe Biden, you make us believe the impossible we can achieve. With every promise,
Joe Biden,
you always conceive
a unifier
a future
in a divided
where all
nation.
will achieve. Oh, Joe Biden, our unifier of a nation divided. With your heart and soul, our differences subsided, healing us with care, never misguided, a leader whose vision never derided. With love and kindness, you lead. Our wounds you help to precede. With your leadership, we indeed take the path forward, where all hearts can feed. Oh, Joe Biden, we'll always cherish. Your leadership will always nourish. A future where all will relish, justice and peace, forever to cherish. Joe Biden, a true leader of our time. Oh, Joe Biden, a leader true and just, with humility and strength, a leader we can trust, a heart for all, never yielding to lust. Your leadership, a guiding thrust. With your vision of progress, you fight, a future where all can unite. With every step, you bring us light, a leader who guides us through the night. Oh, Joe Biden, we're forever inspired. By your heart, our nation hired, with your leadership, we're so admired. A brighter future, we added and acquired. Joe Biden, hope of the nation. Joe Biden, hope that this nation needs. To heal and unite and move ahead, with empathy and care, he'll plant the seeds of progress, love, and support instead. A leader who will always put us first, a gentle smile, a reassuring voice, his heart for all, never quenching thirst, a promise of better times and choice. He is a light to steer us in the dark, the beacon to guide us towards good. With him, our hearts come together, spark, his way to lead a nation like it should. Joe Biden, hope that this nation needs, leading with compassion, love, and creeds. Joe Biden, a leader true to his word. Joe Biden, a man of grace and heart, a leader true to his word and more, a guiding force to give this world a start, each day a promise for a life no more. With hands held high, he leads the way, with hope and strength in every step. His voice of reason, yet in forceful sway. Through struggles, he never took a pep. A trailblazer against society's views, champion of the people standing tall, his vision rooted in chosen few. Forward he marches through the rise and fall. Joe Biden, a leader true to his word, mending the world, healing every hurt. Joe Biden, a man of conviction. Joe Biden, a man of conviction, the voice of all in a world so distraught. Justice, equality, his competition, a true leader in every thought. His heart of gold forever shining bright. Compassion, empathy his cornerstone. With every step, he leads to a new light, the path forward clearly shown. The voice of the silent, unheard masses. His words, a soothing balm to every pain, leading with purpose. No other passes, a life lived for the people and their gain. Joe Biden, a man of great conviction, leading a land with care and true vision. Joe Biden, the light in dark times. Joe Biden, the beacon that shines so bright, hope in dark, troubling times we see. With lifted hearts, we march to strength's height, giving voice to every society. His heart for every soul, every hue, a unifier in a land in despair. His love and care for me and you, working towards greatness, forever rare. With him, we see the hope that this planet holds, the light that conquers every dark night, with hands held high, forever will hold, the promise of a future so bright. Joe Biden, the light in dark, troubling times, leading our hearts to new, hopeful climes. Joe Biden, tackling the future. Joe Biden, a leader to tackle tomorrow with passion and care for every life. In his heart, justice, love, and sincerity in tow, leading every soul amidst the strife. With every step, he charts a course, society's changing needs ever central. With courage and vision, he leads a force, forward and upward, ever gentle. His life's work for the people, his mission, a beacon of hope through every storm. His leadership, a nation's pearl, its vision towards greatness, will never go lukewarm. Joe Biden, a leader to tackle tomorrow, leading us with care into a life of sorrow. The heart of a leader. Joe Biden, with a heart pure and true, his leadership anchored in empathy's sway, an inspiration to me and to you, champion of justice. For every hue, his vision unites us in a common way. Joe Biden, with a heart pure and true, standing for what's right no matter the view, a light of hope every single day. An inspiration to me and to you with grace and humility, he leads anew. His heart for the people never swayed Joe Biden, with a heart pure and true. A steady hand in a world anew. Each step a promise for better days, an inspiration to me and to you, Joe Biden, a leader through and through. His heart, his guide as he paves the way, an inspiration to me and to you. A vision of progress. With empathy and grace, he leads the way, Joe Biden, a vision of progress he brings, heralding a future brighter than today. Champion for change and a life of sway, a leader who knows boundaries are thin. With empathy and grace, he leads the way. In his heart, unity, every night, every day. His voice heard through society's din, heralding a future brighter than today. A path forward, a ray of hope in our fray. His conviction our nation now will win. With empathy and grace, he leads the way as he takes each step amidst our dismay. The light of hope he always will bring in, heralding a future brighter than today. Joe Biden, in his heart, love will stay, leading us to a world with no sin. With empathy and grace, he leads the way, heralding a future brighter than today. A champion of equality. Amidst society's change, his vision we see Joe Biden, champion of equality, true with a heart and soul for humanity. Uniting voices of every hue with his mercy, his leadership marked by kindness anew. Amidst society's change, his vision we see a life of service. For the people he freely, his dedication strong like wind, unglued with a heart and soul for humanity. Standing for what's right amidst calamity. His voice heard by all, with space to argue amidst society's change, his vision. We see his purpose, so simple yet in complexity. Leading with heart, forever trying anew, with a heart and soul for humanity. Joe Biden, a champion of all with humility. His legacy, equality, and justice, strong and true. Amidst society's change, his vision we see with a heart and soul for humanity. In hope, we believe. Through the darkness, a light we perceive, Joe Biden, a beacon of hope with us. In his leadership, we all believe his vision, for a purpose, to materialize and to seize justice for all with each mile of progress. Through the darkness, a light we perceive, his heart for the people, no one to deceive, his voice of reason and calm hand, always spruce in his leadership. We all believe through each trial, his heart pure and never leave. A true leader for all with his heart's caress. Through the darkness, a light we perceive. A future with each step, he could only achieve a better tomorrow, his fervent address. In his leadership, we all believe Joe Biden, with a heart pure to receive, champion of hope, a people's progress through the darkness, a light we perceive. In his leadership, we all believe the bridge to unite. Joe Biden's heart, a bridge to unite his vision, a world together bound to be a leader for all, with empathy in sight, the quiet strength with which he delights. His passion for justice echoes us to see Joe Biden's heart, a bridge to unite, a path he paves towards a life, not contrite. His leadership bound with unity's plea, a leader for all, with empathy in sight. The winds of change, he takes in his flight, a guiding force to lead us towards harmony. Joe Biden's heart, a bridge to unite his words and actions, sincere and right. His heart for the people marks his decree. A leader for all, with empathy in sight, towards a future bright, a new height. Joe Biden, a leader now, a legacy we agree. Joe Biden's heart, a bridge to unite, a leader for all, with empathy in sight.